All right. Go ahead and find the end of your mat, everyone. We're just going to start rolling our shoulders. Good. Just really try to connect with your breath, breathing deep here. And take a deep breath. Bring those hands up. Go ahead and just set them in your mountain pose. Good. Take a deep breath. Push the room away. And another breath up. And soft fold down onto your legs. Good. Bring yourself all the way back up. Give yourself a shoulder roll there. Take one arm up and exhale over to leaning mountain. Inhale as you pass through center and go to the other side. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Just go to standing extension here. So legs are straight. Just go where you feel the hamstrings engage, the back of your legs into your hips. And then bend your knees. Put your hands on the floor. And we're going to walk back to downward dog. Allow those heels to sink into the floor. Roll your shoulders up towards your hips. So press through. Your elbows are kind of going towards each other. So kind of pull and draw the elbows in. On an exhale, come forward into plank. And then inhale, chaturanga, and exhale, up dog. And then, of course, modify this as you need to. Keep the elbows bent if you need to do that until you're warm enough. Whatever you need to do. But then push yourself back to child's pose. Knees apart, feet together. You might feel like that child's pose isn't really deep yet. That's okay. Good. Come back to tabletop and cat cow. Good. Roll up onto your shins and step forward with your left leg into this kneeling lunge. Good. Take a breath here and then exhale to the floor. Inhale as you sit back and then exhale into that fold. Good. Inhale and come forward again and exhale up. So we're just getting some movement in the knee joint here and in the hips and warming up the legs and up. Inhale down, exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale up. Inhale down, exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale up. Good. Just bring your hands down. Set your right hand on the floor. And we're in a kneeling revolved lunge. Really try to push that right hip down. Good. Both hands go to the floor. Set that leg back, and we're back in our tabletop. Just take a couple of shoulder rolls here. And then when you're ready, find that neutral spine and begin to cat cow again. Roll up onto your shins. And let's come forward with the right leg. Sit it forward. And just take a breath here. Good. Exhale. Push the knee back. Inhale forward. Exhale up. Inhale down. And exhale back. Inhale forward. And exhale up. Inhale down. And exhale back. Inhale forward. And exhale up. 2 more times. One more time. Good. Bring both hands to the floor. Go back to your tabletop position and widen out your knees. Sit into that child's pose again. See if it's a little bit deeper this time. Breathe into the space in between your shoulder blades as you pass through to your belly. Good. Tuck your feet. Lift into downward dog. And give me just a little pedal here, 1 or 2 on each side. Push all the way up into the hip as you push down into the heel. And then let's take a walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, standing extension. And then exhale and fold. So this should feel better than when we first started because we've worked those hamstrings a little bit. So think about when we first folded, how tight your legs were. See if you're already working into those muscles. Relax. Good. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Big breath at the top and exhale into prayer. Good. All right, we're going to move a little bit. Hands come into prayer. Good. Inhale and exhale. Have a seat in chair. You can also keep your hands down here if you have blood pressure issues or shoulder issue. Good. Pull that core in. Good. Now, we're going to inhale and exhale. Push your arms up and then inhale and exhale them out. So just catch me wherever you were at. Your hands might have already been up, and that's okay. As I push away, I am pushing my hands together, squeezing my back here, my chest here. Core is engaged. Exhale. Two more. Keep your chin off your chest. One more time. Good. Bring your hands here. Lift into single leg stand. Bring those arms up. Just hold. Good. Now from here, we are going to go straight into revolved half moon. So if you don't know what that is, listen to me first and then I'll cue you. We'll all go together. So I'm going to push my right leg behind me, reach down with my right arm, rotate to my left. So I'm pushing my heel to the back of my mat. You can also do this with your hand on a chair if folding all the way down is an issue. Good. So once you know what it is, go ahead and join me. One more breath. And set that right leg back. Turn. And now we're going to spiral the other way. And we come up to warrior two. Good. Now I want you to just hold your warrior two. All right. So we're going to combine those two moves. These are huge movements, okay, requiring a lot of body positioning. So I'm going to show you one way and then show you another way. So one way is I'm going to inhale and I'm just going to exhale right into the pose. Inhale and exhale back. Big movement, okay? The second way is I'm going to sink into my warrior two, but then I'm just going to step halfway up and find my balance. Then I can put my foot down, spiral up, and sit back. So it goes from kind of a 1-2 count to a 4 count. Okay. All right. So however you want to get there, take a breath. So right here, you're either stepping halfway in or you're lifting. So you're preparing. And now exhale, spiral to your revolved half moon. Take a breath in your half moon and exhale in your half moon. Now set the foot down either far back or just halfway on your inhale, and then exhale and spiral up. Inhale in your warrior two, exhale in your warrior two. Here we go. Inhale and prepare, exhale and revolve. Inhale in your half moon, exhale, inhale and prepare, exhale, spiral up. So prepare means you either set it halfway back and then exhale and sit all together, right? Good. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, up. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale and spiral. So a different kind of balance challenge. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, sit in your warrior two. This leg should be talking to you. Very good job. Straighten your legs and let's find triangle. Good. Bring your hands to the floor and step back to downward dog. Good. Now you're drawing those elbows in. I just want you to set, or we're going to lift again. So act like you're going to set your elbows down, but don't set them down and push back up. So I'm almost dropping my elbows and then I push back up. Almost drop your elbows and push back up. You can also do this on the knees, elbows and up, drop and up, drop and up. One more, drop and up, come forward into plank. You should feel that in the back of your arms. Good. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, up dog. Good. Push yourself up to your tabletop. Good. Now from here, roll up onto your shins. And we're actually going to do revolved half camel, but we're going to kind of use it as a chance to roll out our wrists. So bring your left arm up and your right arm back. You can just roll out that top wrist. Good. Come back to center. Take a breath and go the other way. Pushing the hips forward as we turn. Good. Come back to center. Step forward with your left leg. And we're in a kneeling lunge here. Hands to the floor. Pick up your lunge. Now listen, turn your back foot. I want you to imagine someone pulling your hips back. So this is intense side stretch. Back this off if you need to and come up here. Stay off of your knee though. Think about shoulders out of the ears, pulling your shoulder blades down into your back pockets. Legs as straight as you can get them. I'd rather you have straight legs and be up here than be down here like this with bent legs. Good. Take this and just step halfway in with it. Now step all the way in, standing extension, and exhale and fold. So right now you should feel like your left hamstring is like way looser than your right. I almost feel like I'm crooked here. We'll fix that in just a second though, right? Bend your knees, lift your gaze, unhinge, come back up to your mountain pose. And just take a breath. Good. Inhale and exhale into chair. I'm going to start with my hands in prayer. If you want to start with your hands up here, that's fine. Just join me when I get where you are. Take a breath. Exhale up. So if you're already up, here we go. Inhale down and exhale forward. Inhale in, exhale up. Make sure you're not letting those knees go past your toes. Sit the weight back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Now inhale here. Push that chair up and lift just your left leg. Good. Set that leg all the way back. Excuse me, Moose. Scoochie. And warrior two. All right. So if you want to come with me this time, this is just your practice one. Okay. So we're not counting this one. You can also just watch if you want to. So I'm preparing. So I'm either going up or I'm stepping halfway in. Big exhale as we spiral. I want to push my leg back. So I don't want to just be like this. Push away. And then I'm either going to set it down and spiral up and then step back, or I'm just going to go straight there. All right, here we go. Inhale and prepare. Exhale, spiral. Take a breath. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, spiral up. So lots of weight in this front leg. Inhale and prepare. Exhale and spiral. Inhale here. Exhale and stay. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, come up. Inhale, prepare. Exhale and spiral. Inhale there and stay. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up and exhale over. Inhale and stay. Exhale. Inhale and prepare. Exhale, warrior two. We have three more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then we come back. Inhale, prepare. Two more. Exhale, spiral. Revolved half moon. Inhale in your half moon. Exhale in your half moon. Inhale, prepare. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale, prepare. Exhale and spiral. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, warrior two. Last one. Inhale, prepare. Exhale and spiral. Inhale and stay. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, warrior two. Straighten your leg. Breathe into your triangle. Whew. Good. Turn toward the top of your mat. Good. And just step back into downward dog. Good. All right. Make sure that those hands are shoulder width apart. Draw the elbows in. Push your fingertips down into the floor as well. Inhale, drop your elbows. Exhale and lift. Inhale, drop. Exhale and lift. Inhale and drop. Exhale and lift. Inhale, drop. Exhale and lift. Four more. You can do this on your knees if you need to. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and up. Walk yourself out to your plank. Inhale, chaturanga, and exhale to up dog. Good. Roll yourself up onto your shins. Good. Now, instead of revolved half camel, we're just going to do gate pose on each side. So let's start with the left leg going out. Inhale with your right arm and just lean towards your left. Now you can put your hand in front and create this little opening, or the hand down low or on the hip, but not on the knee, and just roll out this top wrist. Good. And release that. And just switch gate pose on the other side. Inhale with your left. Come over. Good. And since our right leg is forward, now we're ready to just step forward with the right leg and enjoy this kneeling lunge. Put your hands on the floor, lift your lunge, turn your foot in the back, that's your left one, to the side. Inhale, get your spine engaged, and then exhale and pull that leg back. So just imagine I'm behind you and I just pull your hips backward. Back off where you need to. Breathe. Good. Step this halfway in, split your fold. And inhale, feet together, standing extension, and fold. So you should feel like you're more even now. Good. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Well done. Should have gotten pretty warm on that one, yeah? Go ahead and just roll your shoulders. All right. So we are going to do a little bit of a challenge here today, and then we're going to go into our deep stretches. Okay. So hang with me. I will show modifications as we go. We are going to do a series of planks. Okay. And like I said, I'll show modifications as we go. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath and exhale. Hinge and fold. Good. And walk back to downward dog. Breathe into this. Push your heels down. Come forward into plank. Good. Now you can stay in tabletop or you can drop all the way down. Our first plank is going to be your standard plank. So elbows to the ground under the shoulders, forearms in line with the elbows, and then we're just going to lift. Of course, you can do that on your knees as well. Is everybody ready? Here we go. So think about if your knees are up, think about energizing through the backs of your legs. Squeeze your quads. Try to point your tailbone to your heels. Draw your belly button up. So if you're in tabletop right now as a modification, Elle, you're still drawing that belly button up. Roll your shoulders out of your ears. You're already halfway there. Focus on your breath. And down. Good release. So sit back in child's pose or just down for a moment. All right, this next one we're going to do, well, the next two really from tabletop. Okay. So we're going to do bird dog. We are not going to alternate. So really clue in with your breath here. All right, we'll start with the right leg and the left arm. So inhale, push the right leg away and the left arm. Exhale, pull in. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now go with your breath. Try to keep your core absolutely pulled in, like you just did in that other plank. Try to make your inhale and your exhale match. This is not about going fast. Good. And time. Roll up to your shins. Quick roll out because we got to do the other side. Back down. Here we go. Left arm or left leg, right arm. Think about keeping your chin off of your chest. So I'm trying to look kind of like 6 or 12 inches out away from my hand, top of my mat. Just trying to keep my spine in one line. And down. Woo, roll up under your shins. Roll it out. Good. Okay, so the next one, we are going to be in downward dog. Then we're going to come forward. Lift one leg, lift the other leg, down, go back to downward dog. So we'll be doing this with our bodies. Your alternative is to come forward in that kneeling plank, and you can still lift, and then you would just sit back. All right. So join me now in downward dog and exhale forward into plank. Lift your right leg, lift your left leg, sit back. Come forward, lift right, lift left, sit back. Now you'll notice I am not moving my hips at all when I lift the legs. That's where the core comes in. Just keep your breath moving here. If you start finding you're moving too much, slow it down. So this is not really about lifting that back leg up high. It's about keeping the core still. And time. Woo. Come up, roll it out. One more. And this one is going to be just like the first one. We're going to go back to that elbow plank, and then we're done. Ready? So down you go, whatever modification you're taking. Just remember, the position I'm in right now is not a modification. This is actually easy, right? That's why I'm in the position right now. A modified plank would be here, hips forward. Here we go. Again, energize through the back of the legs. Pull the core in. Tuck your pelvis. So think about drawing your pubic bone in toward your belly button, which is also drawing up towards your spine. Relax your jaw. We don't do anything by tensing the jaw. You're almost there. Hang in there. And time. Whew, good job. Bring yourself up and just take yourself all the way around. You guys, that was 5 minutes of planking. Whew. How'd we do? Yeah, I'm breathing hard. All right, hands in prayer. Take a breath. And I just want you to bring your hands down by your side and just roll your shoulders open. Beautiful job. Good. Bring that forward. Take a breath up and then exhale, forward hinge. Good. Sit back up. Hands go behind you again. Roll open. I'm going to give you the choice. You can stay right here or go up into your inverted table, knees bent. You can do that as well. It's up to you. And come forward. This time, pull your feet in. Take a breath up and settle down. Back is straight. So we're not rounding this way. Pull the shoulders back and down. Good. Take your left leg out straight. Now, you can big toe hold the right leg or grab the outside of your foot. So my right arm is crossing my shin. I'm going to roll all the way down, keep this leg pressing down, and I'm going to let the right leg come to the outside of my rib cage. So my knee is kind of pressing downward, like if I could put it on the floor right next to my ribs, I would. This is half happy baby. Good. Now sit yourself up. Your right leg is going to stay in front. Your left leg is going to come behind you. So the leg I just had beside me is now in front. Reach this leg as far back as you can. Roll up off of your hips if you can. Take a breath and exhale into pigeon pose here. Same thing, elbows out of the ears. Good. Walk yourself up. If you're not on your right hip, go ahead and get there. Change this to a 90-90 stretch. You can stay lifted. If you're going to stay lifted, push your knee down as you push your hip forward. If you're going to recline, no pushing, just relax. Roll to your right shoulder to come up. I'm going to take this left leg and swing it back to the front, and my right knee is bent. So now I'm in a seated tree. And let's our hands come to prayer. Take a breath over that left leg. Good. Now from here, You can put your hand on your knee. If you have knee issues, put your hand on the floor behind your knee or reach behind you. But you still want to have this pressure of the knee going down. You can also set your hand kind of higher on your leg. Turn and look past that right shoulder. Good. Come back to the top of your mat and extend both legs. Now you're going to take your left hand, go across your shin, and reach for the outside of your foot. You can also big toe hold. Keep your right leg down as we open up into half happy baby. Like I'm going to set my left knee down next to my ribs. My heel is toward the ceiling. Good. Sit yourself up. Left leg in the front. Pull the right leg to the back as far as you can. If you can, get up off of the hips. And we come down into pigeon. Bring that up and go to your 90-90 stretch. Good. So if we're staying up, we push the knee down and the hip forward. Or if we're going all the way down, we just relax. Then roll to your left side to come up. And we'll swing the right leg around for our seated tree. Take a breath here in the center and let yourself come forward. And then we're going to do that rotation. So you can put your hand on your knee, on your leg, on the floor, or reach back. It's really about the turn of the spine and the drop or the opening of this hip. Good. And release from there. All right, we are going to do frog pose. We have not done frog pose in a while. So just to kind of depending on the makeup of the room that you're in, I'm going to turn sideways on my mat. And the first thing I'm going to do is get my knees out as wide as I can, like I'm doing a split. Now I want my knees and my hips in the same line. So don't want my knees forward of my hips or my hips forward of my knees. I'm going to look back and now I'm going to take my heels wider than my knees, not just your toes, your heels too. And this is where you're going to feel your hips pull forward. So just gently push back against that. You can stay on your hands or you can come down. Breathe into your belly. You are supporting through your core, but you're not squeezing up as tight as when you were in plank. Good. To come up from there, just pull your knees in after you pull your feet in. And here we are. Go ahead and come all the way down. Good. Sit up, grab a hold of your legs. Sit up nice and tall here. Good. Drop your right ear to the right shoulder. Roll those shoulders back and down. Now take a breath and recenter, and then exhale. Let your weight just fall back. Make a letter C from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Good. Inhale, lift that up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, sit back. Inhale up. And exhale over. Inhale, center. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Inhale up. And exhale, back. Good. Inhale up one more time. And then this time, let yourself just roll backward. Knees are joining you. Good. Spread the arms out. Just take a breath. Exhale over to one side. Take a breath there. And then look over to your right. So when you're ready, breathe yourself to the other side. Before you turn the head, inhale and then exhale and look. Walk yourself to the top of your mat with your feet. Open up your feet. I'm sorry, open up your knees, feet together, reclined bound pose. And then what? Let your knees come together and your feet apart. Modified corpse pose. Just begin to notice your breathing slowing down. When you're ready, you can move to another rest pose. Notice the softness and the heaviness of your eyelids. Check in with your breathing, check in with your jaw. And just softly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, join me seated. So we're going to just take one hand up, grab it with the other, and set this one behind you. Now, same hand is going to come open. Drop your shoulder first and go across. With the other arms coming up. And now reach it across. Drop the shoulders first. And reset your hands into prayer. Take a breath and exhale. God bless you. Namaste, guys. Have a great week. I will update you this week on our Facebook page as well as text you about next week. I am